It's the Roxanne. Got Corporal AK in here with me. Of course, you know I got Cool V. That's the way
Hey,
it is, and that's the way it'll be. Police believe it, baby. How are you?
What is going on, Queen, your Royal Highness of Hip Hop? What is it do?
I am good. I am good. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. You got shit spinning up here. You doing some great things out there in the world. Basically we here to talk about you. So what's going on with you, brother dear?
Nothing, man. Just working on these projects right now, man. I got a project called Lyric and Harmony that I'm doing. I actually sent the new single to you guys. You know what I mean? It's named after my daughters. You know what I mean? They are like a major part of what I do. You know?
yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's one thing that we definitely believe in. We definitely believe in supporting good music. We definitely bridge the gap. So now, with your daughter's Lyric and Harmony, when you decided to do this single, you just did it as a description of your love to them, or you just did what just made you come up with it? I know, like, because you named it after them, but what made you just decide to do that?
Yeah, because let me tell you something. It was crazy. It was like, at that time when I started writing that song was on the anniversary of the passing of my mom. You know what I mean? When I wrote that song, it symbolized like my mother and my father never got to meet my daughters, but like, when they passed away, like I lost a lot here. You know what I mean? Not just in my mind, but it felt like my soul was ripped. You know what I mean? And then the Most High showed me He was real by letting them return through my daughters. It was crazy because it's just like, she just has all my mother's mannerisms and attributes. It's crazy, man. It's like, yo,
Wow.
I seen it, and then came just when I thought, the Most High loved me to a certain level. He showed me He loved me more than that and gave me harmony.
Yeah,
It was crazy. So it's just like, man, harmony has my father's mannerisms. I know it sounds weird, but I'm telling you, they are definitely sent back here. You know what I mean?
yes, I
Wow.
can see that because I'm gonna tell you, as a parent, I know that in our children we see so much of our parents in them. There's certain facial expressions, there's certain things that they say, certain things that they do, certain music that they like. Like you're like, wait a minute, you little, how do you even like this type of music? It's certain music that they like that allows you to say, like, you know what, you got an old soul, you done been here before, and those are the good kids. Those are the kids I like to watch. I like to watch little old ones. Those are the ones I really like to watch because they don't like to do too much run. They sit down and they act like little old ladies. You can get them like tea and they like stuff like that. So now with this COVID, with the whole pandemic and everybody staying home and everybody's pretty much staying in the house, how has that been for you and the family?
Oh man, listen, I'm gonna be totally honest. If it wasn't for Rock the Bells Radio playing my stuff the previous year, my family would have been through some real hardship. I lie to you not. You know what I mean? It's just ironic the way it's going. I'm gonna explain that too. But like those, I never really received. I've done a lot of music with a lot of artists, major artists, MOP styles people. I didn't understand the business, so I just did it for the love of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't understand the business. I didn't know that you can actually, get paid off this type of stuff without a record label. You know what I mean? So when the song was spinning, I was just happy that the song was spinning, and the first person who spun the song was the Queen. Like, I don't think you understand. Listen, you, Cool V, I'm a fan first. You know what I mean? And a student. You know what I mean? We got to get this clear. You know what I mean? I listen to y'all every day, so I listen to some of these guests come up there, and they try to keep composure, but they know who they sitting in front of. You know what I mean? Your Highness, man. Do you understand? Listen, I know I'm going off track, but this is the lady who defended my borough and got at KRS-One. This is who I'm talking to.
Well, thank you.
Let me get that out first. Jesus Christ. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Thank you.
Listen, so just that alone, man, is like, yo, them checks were coming in right on time. It's like God was like, here, don't go outside of them streets. Don't go outside of them streets. Don't go outside of them streets. And like, we're dealing with some hard. Like my wife, she got into an accident at her job. She lost her job. She it triggered her MS back off. So we've been dealing with that. You know what I mean? So stuff that I was doing, like going out there with Billy dancing them on tour and stuff like that, I had to stop. So I'm like, look, I got to be home with my wife and my daughters. So everything financially changed. But right when, the only thing I asked the Lord, I said, don't let my lights get cut off. Don't let my cable get cut off because these kids need their Cartoon Network.
Yo, baby, who you telling?
And keep that food in my fridge and I'm good. And he did that. I was receiving just like And I said, you know what? This is crazy because the same people who I looked up to wound up being the same people that actually kept the roof. It is amazing, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you, and thank you for saying that, and those things couldn't even be done or weren't even possible if you did not have the talent to make that happen. And you need to also make sure that you give that, you got to pat yourself on the back for coming to a point in life where you want to make that change. It just so happens that, when it comes to Rock the Bells, here and LL's vision was to make sure that, hip hop was able to reach everyone and be able to come across in any situation. And so that's why, we tell people like, listen, you can listen to Rock the Bells and you'll never know what you're going to hear or who you're going to hear or when you're going to hear it, because we're all about hip hop music. Like, hip hop for us is more than just a genre of music. Hip hop is a way of life. And so because of that, it's only right that brothers and sisters look out for their brothers. And it's not always about what somebody can financially gain or what somebody can financially do, because now, being at the level of where we do what we do because we love to do it allows us to even extend our hands even more. I tell that to Cool V all the time. Like, Cool V does a lot of like free production. And I be telling Cool V, like, listen, I understand that, you are at the level now where you're doing it for the love of it. And I think that's beautiful. But there's also, there's also a time, like, sometimes you got to pick and choose who you do things for the love of things. That's what I be saying to Cool V when he be doing, free production, whole albums and stuff. He just putting it out there for people. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Just opening the doors, giving them beats and everything. And just
Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to figure out what was I when Cool V was giving this out. Tell the Lord have mercy, man.
Okay, if you're just now tuning in, of course, you're listening to Corporal AK, my hip hop brother. Now, what was you saying?
I have to say this to you, Shante, please.
Yes.
I told myself when I get here, I will say it home. My daughter, man, she loves you to death, man. 7 years old. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Let me tell you something, though. This interview was more than just hip hop for me. You know what I mean? When we were young, me and my brothers, my mom moved out here from the West Indies. You know what I mean? So we were born here. When we were young, me and my brothers, we used to battle. Right? We introduced rap through LL Cool J to our mother. We used to battle and dress up like LL and battle to the I'm Bad record. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now, watch this true story. God be my witness.
I love it.
My sister used to dress up like Roxanne, Shante and do that for my mother. My mother had us do this every weekend when her friends came over, just being amused that her kids are knowing this American culture and what we were doing. You know what I mean? Me being a parent watching my kids dress up like LL and do that stuff now, I know what my mother was feeling. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, she's here. I wish she was here to see this, but you don't understand. This is surreal right here, man. I'm just sitting there like, yo, this is the lady, you know what I mean, who my sister, like, it's deeper than rap right now. You know what I mean? It's deeper than rap, man. Well, that's beautiful
to hear.
Listen, man, I'm talking to people who I looked up to. I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you. I'm from Edgemere Projects, Far Rockaway, Queens. You couldn't tell nobody out there that somebody was nicer than Shante. Dudes and all.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
You think I'm lying?
Nope,
seriously.
Listen.
You know what happened, and you know what would happen if somebody got it twisted. You put a few of these dudes in line, you know what I mean? You make Kango take the Kango off. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you did not play these games. Somebody came to me one day, man, and this is a true story, and I got to keep it real. They was like, yo, I told my aunt, Gillian, I said, listen, I want to get another L out of the Roxanne Shante album. She came in my house with this thing called The Real Roxanne. Let me explain to you how we chewed her up. I said, let me explain something to you. You know what I mean? This ain't Roxanne. No,
That's right.
This ain't Roxanne. You understand what I'm saying? This, you know what I mean? Hold up.
That's right. If it ain't Shante, it ain't official.
There we go. I said, this right, I don't know. This is a carbon. No, this is Roxanne. This is the Juice Crew. This is, let me explain something to you. When her bitch Mark hit the stage, he beatboxed and she rhymed. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? That's who that is. And if a lot of these male rappers Well, they stole some of your bars too. They know I know. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, we hear a little bit of it in there. We hear a little bit of it. Now speaking of projects, now you're also working on your next album, and you've been influenced a lot, not only on your family life, but also some of the things that you used to do in the past, and now that you have made that change, do you find that it is easier for you to do, like, what is your studio? How do you do it when you're in the studio? Like, exactly what it is. You know, everybody has a certain way that they are when they're in the studio. What is yours? Like, do you need to have, what is your studio ritual? Do you have to have grape soda? Do you have to have your friends around? Do you need to have it quiet? Because a lot of artists are listening, and so everyone has their own way, and that is part of your uniqueness as to what does it take for you to get creative?
Oh, well, to be totally honest, man, I definitely have to bring my daughter with me. You know what I mean? That energy is just different. You know what I'm saying? I want her to learn. She's a student right now of what hip hop really is. You understand what I'm saying? And I want her to learn. So I don't want to teach her the wrong things. And when we're in that studio and I'm recording, you know what I mean? It's just like a different energy. Plus the people I'm around, like my brother Jay Young, or my brother Mac from 357 from Even Experience. Like, these dudes, Most Wanted, you know what I mean? Like, the studio has to be family orientated. I don't want nothing but family around me, because guess what? These are the people who I trust that'll tell me, you know what I mean? No, yeah, no, yeah. And guess what? My daughter is 7, but bet to believe she knows what real hip hop sounds like. All right. And she'd be like,
That's
Dad,
beautiful.
That ain't it. You know what I mean? That ain't it.
Wow.
And that's the princess. So it's like, at the end of the day, and then I got dudes that are already established, like Jay Young. He's a artist that's been mentored by Jamie Foxx. He put out 3 albums this year, like, no problem. He's in movies. The new movie that just came out, The App That Stole Christmas, him, Ray J and him, he's in that. Like, he does stuff, you know what I mean? So he's around these type of things. Plus, this dude does mega work. So that helps me. That motivates me, you know what I mean? Then my brother Mac, he's constantly doing his thing. You know, he has his radio thing, and it's just the work ethics. It gets me back to focus, you know what I mean? And then my daughter, you know what I mean? Both my daughters, but my daughter Lyric, man, she's like really on me, Dad. And she wants to hear this. When I told her, I'm trying to tell you, she listens to Rock the Bells radio. And you know what? A lot of people, Billy Dance can tell you he's amazed by it. He'll let you know, like, listen, this little girl knows the signs of hip hop. When I told her that she was on here, you know what I mean? Like, she, just now my wife called her upstairs, but I'm trying to get it back down here, man. I got,
but I'm going to tell you,
a lot of things with her.
Because I'm going to tell you, when I heard your single, when Silk, shout out to DJ Silk, when Silk had came to the station, and he was like, you know what? Listen, let me just tell you, this right here, he definitely bigged you up on your work ethics. He, talked about how you stay in the studio, all the things that you're doing. But not only that, he talked about the fact of you wanting to make sure that you kept hip hop in the position where hip hop is supposed to be. And I said, well, what is, what does that mean, hip hop in the position it's supposed to be? And he said, hip hop being the type of music where all creativity is accepted. So to hear the combo of it, where you had the R&B with the hip, like, I'm not a producer, so I don't know exactly how long it takes and how y'all get it together and how you could, but what I do know is good music. And what I do want to say is that we thank you, and that we definitely support you here on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio. And just as you say that you are a fan of ours, we are truly a fan of yours also. You know what I'm saying? We are also a fan of yours also, and big ups on being a great dad. Make sure that you and the entire family stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And holla at Cool V, because Cool V might have another one of them freebies left around.
Listen, I don't mind paying for it. Trust me when I tell you. That's the Master Cool V, man.
That's who that is. And I just that's who that is.
Another thing, man, I definitely want to thank this dude, LL Cool J, man. Like, let me explain something to you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know he gets thousands and thousands of DMs and messages, you know what I mean? But like, this dude not only, responded to something that I needed to talk to him about, he also showed love on the actual page. Like, people couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at this jump off, and I was like, if my mom was here, I don't think you understand. So many times I was notorious crushing dudes like a jelly bean. I got the move down pat. You lucky I would break it down right here. I might knock something over, son. You know what I mean? This is my word. So I had the GOAT, the queen. Yo, I was so excited. I know y'all seen the promo. I done threw that thing a mega early. Yo, by the time they got the phone, it was, come here, Larry. The queen is on the line. Roxanne, Shante, and Kubi, come here. Yes, you see it?
Yeah.
Hi, Lyric. How are you?
Good.
I love your hair.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yup. That's what it is, man. Yo, this girl got the she beatbox. She do everything, man. She's on it. Boxing, beatboxing, everything. You know what I mean?
Well, I love it. I love it. So you know what we're gonna have to do? Well, we're gonna have you back up here again, and then we'll be able to spend some time with Miss Lyric also. You know, so what we want him to have, Cool V?
A nice day.
Yeah.
Salute.
Salute, y'all.